Mic check. Hello everybody, this is Hoppet, and welcome to my stream, or video if you're watching the recording. Today we're going to play City Skylines, and work on Hoppet City. City Skylines is a really fun game. It's one of the best city builders out there today. I think it's a lot better than SimCity, but some people might have different opinions. It features a really advanced traffic simulation, train networks, a lot of big city planning. It's just really fun in general. And this is Hoppet City, or excuse me, Holly City. I named it after myself. Pardon me. And yeah, I'm just going to take a little tour before we start getting some work done, because that way the timer will go by and I'll make some money to do what I want to do. We'll start right here. This is the industrial district. It features some wind power and solar power as well, along with garbage incinerators. The industrial district moves using a huge 6 wide lane circle, allows traffic to keep moving through without putting gridlock on everything. Except, I guess, for this exit here, which I'm going to have to improve because it looks like it's backing up a little bit. If we go down here, here's the main district of the city. The city started in several different small villages, and then I kind of grew them to mesh them together. This little circular residential area used to be its own little village, and this little guy up here started out as its own village. This is like the downtown, I guess you could call it, because it has the highest residential districts. And then we have another little residential area down here below the cliffs that grew out as well. The map on the city has some really rugged terrain, which is why I chose it, just for a challenge. Like, it has these huge cliffs, like right here. It's based off the Tennessee River area of the United States. The map is called Tennessee River. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun on it. See, Skyline also, in addition, it's a big traffic management game, both for vehicle traffic and pedestrian traffic. And to smooth that along, I have a really big transit network in the city. This is the transit center, where all bus lines and train lines meet together, along with a... Whoop! What the heck? I pressed a weird button. Anyway, where all my transit things meet, train, subway, and bus routes. Here's a little pedestrian bridge that goes into the central transit area, and you see there's a lot of usage on it. Here we have a little farming district. I always like having farms in Skylines. They're just pretty, and there's lots of cows, like these rugged hill cows right here. And then over here we have the University District. This is another high-density area of the city. Houses the University of the city, which I haven't named yet. I'll take suggestions for names if anybody wants to make one. And yeah, it's just more development, more city. Here's a little line of 1 square large general stores. Just all general stores. Since this little road bordered up on the border of the city, I guess they could only build 1 line big, and that's what the game built for me. So, my next goal in the city is going to be to make an a culture district with the opera house in the center. I think I'm going to plop it down right around here on the map. I really enjoy kind of making widely spaced separate portions of city. One, because it makes traffic management a little easier because you don't have a big blob of congestion. You have really well defined main highway routes, and then they go into what are called collector roads, which are roads that kind of meet up with the highway route, and then below that tier service roads. And so it's really easy to just establish that hierarchy with when you keep your districts separated. It's also kind of fun just to see them all grow into each other. What the heck is going on here? Looks like some people are really bad. Oh, I see. This is a cargo train station that a lot of industrial vehicles like to go at. It looks like my mistake here was putting my on-ramp before my off-ramp, which is causing a huge backup. There are a couple ways I can fix this, but I don't think I have to right now. Also, it looks like the AI is just doing really bad merging logic. Actually, this guy looks like he's just sitting. Alright. You go to Frank's Fish Sticks factory, Mr. Box Truck. Anyway. First thing we're going to do, though, is take the ride from the train. Actually, first thing I also want to show is the underground freeway. So, there's a big freeway system in this game, and a lot of real-world interchanges also work on the freeway. This is called a DCMI, which is actually not a real-world interchange. It's a enhancement on the diverging diamond, which removes the need for a crossover. And basically, the way this freeway works is nobody has to turn left through the cross traffic. And it makes for some really smoothly flowing intersections, at least in the game. Since there aren't any real ones, there isn't really any data on it, but it's very good for city skylines. After this, the freeway starts to go underground. City Skylines, in a recent patch, has introduced a really nice tunnel system. Wow, this tunnel's got a lot of traffic in it. And so I can have just this underground freeway that goes all the way over to this district here and comes out here. So there are two entry and exit points of the underground freeway, one in this little center area near the transit center, and one over here down to the south. And they're not the prettiest or most efficient exits, but they alleviate some pressure for traffic that wants to get into this part of the city, because they don't have to go in through the downtown district, take the road all the way over here, and go over here. One of my favorite parts about the city is this little train line right here that crosses the river. I'm kind of obsessed with trains. I've always liked trains, even when I was a little kid. I really love Thomas the Tank Engine. And so games like this allow me to make train networks are really, really fun to me. I also love OpenTTD, which is another really great train simulator based on the old Transport Tycoon Deluxe game. So yeah, we're going to take a ride on the train once one of them arrives, and we're going to go to the University District. So notice here I have a bunch of prospective passengers lining up on the platform, including a dog. Yeah, Ugavol, that's awesome. I don't think I cried when Thomas the Tank Engine was over, but I really loved it. So here's the train. I kind of forgot which direction it's going to... Oh, it's going to go in this direction, of course. So we're going to just kind of hitch a ride on top of the train using our first person mod. City Skylines has tons of awesome mods. And now we're kind of going to clip through the ground a little bit because you can't really see underneath tunnels. So here's a nice little undercity view. And we're back on the railroad. And we somehow collided with that train without crashing. And this game is just really gorgeous. Woo! Whoa, there we go. And we're crossing the Hoppet River. That's what I've named it. I think it's a really good name. And we come up into the University District where tons of passengers are waiting. And escape. Yeah. Alright, so I now have 150,000 sim dollars. That should be enough. Let's see how much the yes, I know about unique buildings. Let's see how much the Opera House costs. 135,000. Okay. Can I take out a loan? No, I can't. That's a fairly expensive, fairly expensive investment. So I guess I'll just kind of start building out highway while the game's running and hope I have enough money later on to afford it. So what I'm going to do is first start making the highway system. I'm picking a good spot to exit the freeway, I think right here. And I'm going to start with an interchange called an SPUI, or a single point urban interchange. It's a pretty nice low or high capacity, at least for starting out, neighborhood. And let's see if I can remember how this goes. So what we want is a road going over everything. Page up. There we go. Slope 2 steep. You're not Uggable? Uggable says, Hoppet's got a poor credit rating for how developed it is. May be correct. I did take out a $150,000 loan recently, so that's kind of put a damper on my finances. But it's okay. Alright. So first thing we do is put a little on-ramp right here. And right here. And I think I'm doing this right. Let's put it right here. And so the magic of the single point urban interchange is this little cross in the center. If I can make this work. So one of the troublesome parts of City Skylines is dealing with highway pillars. And somebody who is very gracious actually made a mod that lets you build and remove pillars in your highways. So like, you notice this little thing has pillars right here. This allows you to make pretty intersections without having to worry about real world things like physics. What is going on here? Oh yeah. And one more. And I feel like I'm doing this interchange somewhat wrong, so I'm gonna go look it up real quick. Bear with me for a minute. And I tried to drag my browser over, and it totally caused the game to freak out. Let's try Command T. There we go. So one of the best guides I found for City Skylines is City Skylines Traffic Tool, which just kind of gives you a quick overview of making a basic city and efficient freeway interchanges, and it also gives you some really good starter interchanges to work with. In City Skyline, you can pretty much model any kind of freeway interchange, and it'll work pretty well. And so pretty much anything imaginable has been modeled in the game. Come on. Open imaging tab. Yep, looks like I got it right. Good. And And so I think we're going to have the Opera House on this side of the cliff. So what I'm going to do is build a big one-way roundabout. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, for the roundabout, you always want to have the right-hand side of the road, or, you know, the driver's side of the road on the outside. It's a rule that's somewhat difficult to remember sometimes, but and it seems that I've possibly lost contact with the Twitch chat. So if somebody has found that something's wrong with the actual stream, please let me know in an alternative form of communication, like the our chat channel or just another chat channel or whatever. And so one of the mistakes I just made was build this roundabout with two-way roads. I want it to be one-way, because a roundabout with two-way roads does not make sense. So I'm just going to upgrade the road. Go to upgrade. And here's the, nope, chat's back. And here's the same, we're finally recycling tooltip that I constantly get in the game. Funny part is, I put in recyclers, which aren't actually, there isn't actually recycling, it's garbage incineration that they call recycling for some reason. I put that in my city like a really long time ago. Alright, so I might not have enough room, but let's try this. Space already occupied, of course. That was an interesting little hiccup. Oh, please. Please have room. So this is one of the less fun aspects of City Skylines, is trying to make room for all your stuff. It looks like this road right here is just kind of being huge bother, so I'm going to temporarily delete it. Huggable asks, a two-way roundabout? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. No, Huggable, you cannot have a two-way roundabout that works. Now I must determine a way to... Okay, so this roundabout has gotten a little janky, but it works. And let's put some nice businesses around it. And on the other side, we'll build a starting residential area. High density. So what we need to do next is get some water lines over. I want to make sure I have adequate coverage in all my zones. See, Skylines is a very relaxing game. It's my, like, I don't want to play something hard. Well, City Skylines can't be hard, but I don't want to play something that requires fast reflexes or anything, because I had a long day game. Or I want to think a bunch game. Right. Build some power lines. Let's see if I can cheat and kind of just get this little coverage under the roundabout. Nope, that doesn't work. I'm also still complaining about water. Nope, nope, that's electricity. Good. runs to connect the residential. And I'll probably have to upgrade this interchange fairly soon because Opera House is going to be a big tourist thing because it's my first, like, what is it called? Unique building, or landmark building in the city. But that's okay. Building interchanges is one of my favorite parts of this game. Because I'm a big nerd. Alright, next. Oh, I was going to put trees everywhere, but it looks like it's just going to get some of the residential. So next what I want to do is build the train station. City Skylines features several different means of transportation. There are bus, you can get a metro or basically subway. You can do trains, which are for more long distance travel, and trains allow you to also make freight stations as well, which City Skylines has a really in-depth goods movement model where industries produce certain things and those things are consumed by commercial establishments, and also industries consume certain things as well. For example, certain wood-based industries will consume wood, and power plants, at least oil power plants, will consume oil. Coal power plants will consume coal. And if you have an internal coal power plant, like power industry or oil industry, the power plant will go to like your city's source first because it's cheaper. And capitalism, I guess. The city also, or the game also features ship travel and airplane travel. I've never built an airport, but ship travel allows tourists to come in on cruise ships and also lets you transport freight overseas, or probably between different ship freight stations, cargo, whatever you call them, in your city. So we're going to build the pedestrian train station. And public transit makes everybody in City Skyline happy, very happy. Sims will walk really, really far to take public transportation instead of, like, cars. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. So now that I've built a station, I have to actually connect the rail. And I'm probably going to connect in the middle of this bridge because, well, that'll either look really pretty or really ugly. We'll find out. City Skylines, like road asset placement tools, are really nice too. Even if it does complain about the slope being too steep a lot of the time. So we got a junction going that way, and a junction going... Come on... Oh, I saw some blue. Give me some blue. You're killing me here. Oh, and I built this without any pillars, and that looks absolutely ridiculous. Since I can't suffer my city looking ridiculous, I'm just going to have to rebuild. I'm still new to using the no pillars mod. Yeah. Connect. Oh, not enough money. Well, let's just hack up the speed real quick and make some money. It's really easy to make money in this game, especially if you've played other sim games before. So, maybe not. It's easy for me, because I have a lot of experience with these kinds of games. If you're new to a sim game, it may not be as easy for you. So, now that we have that, I'm going to add a stop on my train network. Let's see if this will do it. Like so. And there we go. Now I have 3 stops on my trains. Another thing I need to do is make some pedestrian access to the residential district. So to do that, I can either make a tunnel, or I can, yeah, let's make a tunnel. Tunnels are great. Even if they can be sometimes a little hard to get started. Slope too steep. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And there's our pedestrian tunnel. Excuse me. So, while that portion of my city is developing, actually it's already fairly developed, it looks like we need some more industrial. So we're going to expand out our industrial zone. Industrial traffic is one of the most difficult traffic to work in the cities because there's so much of it. Even here is kind of a traffic jam. And we got a lot of backup right here. You basically have to have a lot of one-way roads and expect a lot of like cars and trucks to be going through stuff. Fortunately, it's also fairly simple if you got the right, how would I say, those intersections are too close. It's fairly simple because as long as you're careful about it, you can really just build your industry out in a grid. And since industry is ugly anyway, it doesn't have to be pretty like curvy residential areas. It can just be an ugly grid. At least in my opinion. Maybe I'm not a good mayor because of that, but... that's too bad. The city isn't a democracy. I'm never going to get voted out of office. MTB dude says, if only it was like that in real life. What do you mean? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat because I'm having so much fun building a city, so... I missed the context, unfortunately. Let's upgrade this into 6-lane road. And hopefully that'll be enough industry for you guys. Oh. Actually, I have to zone it for it to work. Oh yeah, people walking a long way to public transit, if only it was really that way. I know. A lot of people don't like walking. I love it. It's good for you. Makes you feel good. Also, yeah, public transit isn't very good in lots of places. MTB dude says, also public transit is really good. Public transit's alright, at least where I live. But it still leaves something to be desired. And so, let's build a nice little riverside community here. River? Lake? Is this a river or lake? Find out in the next episode. Holly City. That is definitely a lake. Or maybe a pond. Doesn't have any inlet, so I guess it's technically a pond. And now let's build... So now this Huggable says, a lot of people discover that they have bad shoes when they have to start walking. Yep, I know that one. especially easy when you like to wear heels. So, any good city also needs a park. And I can't build a big park right now. Please. Please give me money, game. Park with trees, I have too many of those. Oh, let's build a Japanese garden. Space already occupied, whatever. And we have some happy residents. And let's build a bus route. Over a transit station. Oh, we're in train mode. So, creating lines, the tool is kind of finicky. That's not too bad. So we're just going to have a kind of a boring straight line route here. Going to the end of our residential area. So with each click here, I am adding a stop. And also making happy faces in my city, because Sims love public transit. What's wrong with our garbage collection service? Trash is piling up and swarming with flies. Where are you, Anna Parker? Oh, come on. What is wrong with the garbage collection service? Looks fine to me. Incineration status is fine. This game doesn't seem to think there's too much of an environmental impact with garbage incinerators. Look at all these print shops. Oh, these are different. Oh, they have different names. Frank's Fish Stick Factory. Frank's Fine Fish Stick Factory. Quality Appliances. More Quality Appliances. So it looks like I've got a bit of a backup here. I'm probably going to have to convert this into a roundabout. Oh, these guys need water. I guess. Here's your water. And this building is burning. Is there a fire truck on the way? Building is on fire. Perhaps I should build a fire station out in this remote corner of the city. Thank you for the tip, game. I didn't know how to play any of it. So one of the most annoying parts about putting in buildings is you make the difficult decision of which building to destroy. Let's give you guys a school while we're at it. I guess you can be educated. We're already getting visitors to the Opera House. Let's see what kind of traffic we're getting on the train. Where's my fluid? There it is. Looks like that that damn building got saved. That's good. Now let's see how many people we get off. Not a ton. Still more than nothing. And here they come piling out. Now we got a bunch of people heading towards the train. Oh, here we go. More passengers. The Opera House itself. Where's the front? There it is. Building of great culture. One of the problems with connecting to Twitch chat in IRC seems to be that it likes to basically do the equivalent of NetSplit a bunch of times, so I keep getting everybody logging out and logging back in, including myself. God, I love trains. Trains are so cool. What are you up to? The building is empty. You're empty enough. Let's go back to normal operation. Get rid of that power line. And it looks like I don't have a connection between my big windmills. So I did need that. There's another tunnel that just goes through a mountain. Seriously, before they had tunnels in this game, it was so, like, such a pain to do a bunch of stuff. I guess this isn't too bad here. Where does this go? Oh yeah, this is kind of like my city's forgotten neighborhood. It's one of the villages I built, and then because it was like bordered by the highway and this train thing right here, it's been like really difficult to be able to like actually grow it out anymore, which is fine. You know, it's just an old neighborhood with old money or whatever. And old people, probably. I wonder if I can look at the citizens that live here. Nope. The city's in motion, you're able to. But I guess you can't in this game. Let's see. I think it's time to turn this into a roundabout. So, here we go. It's gonna get a little messy. So the game comes with a bunch of like pre-made, or at least the Steam Workshop has a ton of like pre-made assets, and intersections, and interchanges and stuff. But I really like building all of these. It's not a slum, it's very wealthy. Like Google says, lol, Holly's forgotten slum. Meanie. Anyway, there's a lot of pre-made intersections, but I find a lot of joy in making my own freeway interchanges and roundabouts and everything. So there's the roundabout. And we will connect the roads. And this is unfortunate, but it looks like this kind of road creates traffic lights. So I'm going to do something a little wild here. Well, let's try. I'm at a loss of what to do. So traffic lights are bad. They slow your traffic down a ton. Sometimes they're unavoidable, like in intercity grids like here, which I mean, the really dense downtown area is doing pretty good anyway. Speaking of, here's some unzoned area. Let's replace that with actual buildings. So to address this problem, what I'm going to do is create... Well, let's try and just narrow this road. It's probably a bad idea. But it's the best I've got to not create... Oh, I know! Let's create highway going out. Perfect. It's not quite good enough, but I'm getting close. I need to make this a little narrower. And that's too sharp for the curve. I won't allow for free-flowing traffic. Oh, no wonder I'm having so much trouble using the hard circle curve tool. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Oh, now I've got kind of an ugly blob. If this was a real city, the citizens would be so pissed right now because I keep just having to bulldoze and rebuild all these roads. It's like, where are our taxpayer dollars going? You're fired for being the mayor. You can't fire me. It's a video game. There we go. This slightly ridiculous. No, this won't be good either. Should do single. Slightly ridiculous, but it should work. I hope. It's my sincerest hope that this crazy roundabout works. Before I commit to that, though, let's see what happens if I just make a roundabout with 6 pieces. And have this guy going. Are there traffic lights? Ah! Yes, unfortunately there are. So I guess this is the best I'm going to have to deal with, and hope that the merging into the roundabout doesn't ruin anything too badly. Although I suppose it's better than stopping at a traffic light. Going Weeks. Hi, Lizzles! Going Weeks says, "Is this a city for trees?" Lizzles has joined the chat. Lizzles is the best. Thank you for joining. This is definitely a very tree-filled city. It's called Holly City, just so you're up to speed, Lizzles. It's the most beautiful city in the universe. Oh my god, what are you people doing? Sometimes the traffic AI likes to merge completely horizontally. Hoping that these problems will be resolved relatively shortly once the traffic AI gets used to the new set of roads. Come on. Please. Alright. It looks like I'm going to have to do some more advanced traffic management here and figure out where all these cars are going and where I can alleviate the pressure in here. It looks like all the stopping is people merging right here. Is there a pun in naming a city for trees Holly City? I wish there was. If you can think of one, Lizzles, you will be in my debt. Wait, no, I will be in your debt. And as we can see by this traffic report, all of the cars want to go everywhere. Oh. I know what my problem is. Everyone wants to turn left into here. The problem is, the left-hand lane is supposed to be the fast lane. Let's see what happens if I just reverse everything. And today was the day the mayor reversed the direction of this entire one-way road. Lizzle says, Holly is the name of a genus of plants, including trees. I get it! Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't get that. I'm so ashamed of myself. Reverse. 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 This will either be a disaster or the best idea for my city ever. I guess this also means I have to fix the bus route. Wow, this bus route is pretty bad anyway. I guess it'll survive. No, it won't. Am I kidding? Let's just delete it for now. Modify line to line. Oh, everybody's so sad. I'll bring it back, don't worry. Uh-oh, this fire truck needs to go somewhere. It seems that my city has not been improved at all by this traffic revision. Well, here's one of the problems. I forgot to reverse this road. Ugh. Ugh. You're killing me here, game. Go and West asks, can you make a heart-shaped city? Of course you can. You make the city in any shape you want. What's wrong with our garbage collection? Well, our garbage collection is kind of messed up right now because all our garbage plants are in here. Alright, well, looks like that seemed to have made traffic worse. So I'm going to reverse everything, try and devise a better solution to fix the city. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Reverse, reverse, reverse. No. Yes, that's right. Now let's remake that bus route. From the metro station to here. Let's just follow this. Let's go around here. Stop. Stop here. It's very gratifying to have all these happy faces come up when you make each bus stop. Stop here and go back. Yay, everybody's happy. Except for me, because I have a traffic nightmare on my hands. We'll probably have to resort to some underground freeway shenanigans to fix everything. Which is fine. I've prepared for this day. Actually, no, I didn't prepare for this day at all. I don't know what to do. Oh, you people are going where? Everywhere. Oh no, such a bad backup. Alright. This is going to be expensive and difficult. Let's go to this easier new neighborhood and see how things are going. Everybody's happy, yay. Why can't everything be like this, the industrial district? Excuse me. Why can't the industrial district be like everywhere else? Oh, I have a great idea. Let's take some of these incineration plants, since I'm going to have to move anyway. I'm going to make my highway exit out onto here. So we're going to move these to our cargo. I thought we were going to move them here, but I guess not. Let's move it here. Just one there. One here. That should be enough space to get out. So we're just going to make a one-lane loop here. I think. No, we're not. I have a very serious... Oh, here's my problem. This. It's probably not my problem, but maybe it is. I totally built this the wrong way. Lizzle says, I like how people are driving on the now non-existent road. They must be so confused. Yes, they are. The citizens in Holly City are constantly confused. Alright, let's see what that does for me. Probably nothing. Yep, nobody's really taken this route. Huggable says, this game has great music. Yes, it does. I love the music in this game. Oh my god, this is a nightmare! Ah! Here's my problem. It's probably everybody trying to get to this cargo station. Let's turn it off. Let's see what happens. No, we're so sad the cargo terminal that's ruining all the city's traffic is turned off. So, turning this cargo terminal off will have the effect of forcing all the traffic trying to go to this cargo terminal to go somewhere else. And my hope is that it will go to this cargo terminal instead. Even if that's not the case, I'll be okay. It's just a game. It's just a game. Alright, so it already looks like things are lining up a bit. Let's wait a little longer. Lizzles asks, Orgo and Weast asks, is it called a cargo terminal because it makes cars go? Oh, I love puns. Thank you. I truly appreciate your contribution. People still seem to be trying to go through here. Why are you trying to go in there? We're moving the cargo terminal. We're moving it. Where nobody can get it. What? Hello, computer. There we go. It seems that people are still trying to pile into it, dropping stuff off in hopes that it'll come back. No. In your dreams. And it looks like the death of the cargo terminal has so far improved traffic here. I believe. What is your guys' problem? Too few services. Ugh. I want a cargo terminal. And somehow these train tracks got erased. That won't do. Oh, it's because there was a cargo terminal here, and now there's not. Come on, I don't want squiggly road. No squiggly train tracks. There we go. This is way better. And presumably, yes, this. And it seems I've just moved my traffic problem somewhere else. It's a little more manageable here because there's a lot more space. So all these people are going into the industrial area. So what I think I need is a direct line. It's time for some tunnel spaghetti. There's people coming out of here. Instead, being rerouted to a tunnel in here. Speed limit of this tunnel is it's like something like 80. I think the game runs in kilometers per hour. 80 units of speed, whatever those may be. And then we'll just meet up right here. Now let's see how that treats everything. Dear everybody, please take the cool new route. I'll be your best friend if you take the cool new route. There will be free candy if you take the cool new route. Good. Very good. That's what I want to see. Good flow. Nope, looks like I made the same problem happen. Alright, this is gonna get even uglier. Actually, this isn't. No. It's still bad. So now what we're gonna do is extend this tunnel to the other side of the industrial district. This is not the most elegant of solutions, but at least it should be functional. Did we make a traffic light? We did. I prefer not to do that. But I don't think I really have a choice. So we'll just roll with it. And actually make a small improvement by turning the exit of this tunnel to a 6-lane road so that stopping traffic can kind of fan out. Fang Turar says, the problem is the length of your one-way road. Yeah, I know, I don't know what else to do though. So instead I'll just suffer and make terrible solutions that nobody wants. Or I guess I could convert it to two-way. Might not be too bad. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Huggable says, pound, all roads are beautiful. Thank you. Hashtag, all roads are beautiful. Everybody please tweet that. Alright. Let's do the great two-wayifying. Chris says that'll be worse. Alright. Fine. I assume Fangtarar is Fangrid. The person that I know as Fangrid. If you're not, I apologize for the case of mistaken identity. I think my biggest problem here is actually that I just don't have enough. Oh! Oh, you're not Fangrid. My bad. Well, thank you for watching. I feel like what I really also need is a better entrance to the freeway. Because this intersection is kind of acting as a choke point. So, let's try something like this. More freeway access. More tunnels. More tunnel spaghetti. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody that has to witness this. I don't like any of these solutions. Fangtarar says, what about changing the on-ramp to 2 lanes? Unfortunately, the game doesn't support that. It would be really nice if it could, but there are some limitations to the game, unfortunately. Oh, here's my problem. It's just the tunnel's not ascending quickly enough. This is probably going to be really bad, because it'll create a little traffic jam. Let's see what happens. Hangtar says, in my version, can, but I guess because I have mods. Yeah, there's probably a mod that does a 2-lane on-ramp, but I have pretty much vanilla roads, because I don't want to have to be dependent on specific roads. Looks like these guys are very unhappy with the removal of the train station. Lizzles asks, where is the meme sector? I regret to inform you that Holy City does not have a meme sector. I'm just going to leave this disaster alone for a while, and maybe it'll sort itself out. Or not. But the citizens demand more commercial buildings. Let's ignore the problem and do the easier, more fun stuff. Just kidding, I have a blast fixing traffic, but I need a break. Commercial buildings here. More commercial buildings here. So yeah, I basically need some time to kind of think of a solution. Fang Terrar is right in saying that this one-way road is just too long. What I'll probably end up doing is just dividing the industrial sector, or even just blowing the whole thing away and just having a bunch of smaller ones that possibly meet up at a central train station. Haltriel has an advanced meme research center. They've discovered 45 variations of the rare Pepe mines. Oh man, you guys are really funny. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to be unsatisfied with not solving my industrial issues, but it's not a problem I want to solve right now. And it's about time for me to go anyway, so I think I'm going to wrap up. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. It was really fun, and I hope to see you again sometime, playing more City Skylines, or possibly Elite Dangerous if I get back into that game. Hope you all have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll see you later.